It's Week 7 of the NFL, and we've got a showdown in the AFC East. It's the Dolphins and the Pats on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
They'll start with the option, pushing through the contact. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The rushing numbers for Gaskin last week. 18 carries, 66 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll run now with Gaskin. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think he tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Second and 10. Now Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. He'll air this one out for Kirk. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Off the option, here's Gaskin. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll look to throw here. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Gaskin, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 17 carries, 126 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
From the 45 on second down, Jones.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
Let's go!
First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Miami set to take over. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
And all the way down to the 29. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Nice play, man.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Gaskin. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. He's going to try and do this himself. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Touchdown! If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England's offense set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run with Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones going for it all. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 39. A very solid gain of 27. The
kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 21. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Off the option, here's Gaskin. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Christian Barmore drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change it?
They got his man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Woo!
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Jones throw into the hands of Henry here.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half.
Let's get him!
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have moved out in front.
So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one, And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Point after here coming up. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. But now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw. Going deep here for Parker.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off around the 37.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Meanwhile, Jones throw into the hands of Kirk. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Jones now throwing on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Webb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on. Second down. Jones. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in
the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
33 yards that time.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, he's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Off the option, here's Gaskin, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to try and take off with it. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I love it. He ran a hitch route on 3rd and 6, and normally that's not deep enough to get your first down. I'd say he really ran a hitch plus to make sure he got the first down yardage. Really intelligent route running.
Yeah, because what do you say? Hitches are normally 1 to 3?
Yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood. You just kind of come off the line of scrimmage and kind of show yourself to the quarterback and say, hey, here I am, present it. He went in and took it far enough downfield to make sure that they had enough yards to pick up the first down.
Off the option, here's Gaskin. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Off the option, here's Gaskin.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Sanders' kick is good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Patriots to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
2nd down and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Operating from the gun, Jones.
And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
The Patriots send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Another run with Gaskin.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. This is Gaskin on the carry. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he's stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense.
And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
I'm going back to you.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones, throw left side complete. That's Smith. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now Jones on first down. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Jones throwing complete for Harris.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They go play action here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will get the lead up to 14.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Miami set to take over.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well,
else, and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And he's going to use his legs here.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
First down, Dolphins.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Parker. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Looking for Parker again, and this time he's got it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Runs through the contact. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's Webb. It'll be a pickup of 15, so that'll lead to 3rd down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are right back in this football game.
And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Flush, and the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he put it on the carpet. A fumble. but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss. Instead, just fumbled it. They will have to punt it now.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Jones throwing on 4th down. Open man has got one. It's complete. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Patriots look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend.
On second down, it's Harris, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for New England, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.